So welcome back to the adventures of Shiaryu in this big Morrowind world. And I'm trying to go on with a mod quest. Mod is after the blight. And well, it was a mod that I started a while ago playing, and I was sort of blocked in the first quest, which was to find the fabled faithful king quill, I think, and I got no hints about it, so I was just stopped. And as it is more or less one of the first quests where you have to actually start doing something for the house, I just stopped playing it. And I looked at the mod comments, and I'm not the only one having this problem. So I took a better look at the mod source, and all in all I think that the complaints about it are right, because you have no hint about the location of where this quill may be, and also you have no hints about relation with this location and the Daedric brings related to it, and there is nothing about it in the standard game information. So basically, and also there's a technical problem, I think, with people having already played a lot of quests, because if by chance you already killed the NPCs that was meant to have this new quill, probably you are not able to find it, because adding the quill directly to the NPC could have problem if that NPC has already been killed and disposed. So what I did is change the mod, so there's a little hint about where this NPC could be, and also I put the quill in the room where the NPC is, instead of putting it in the NPC inventory. So if by chance he already killed that NPC doing another standard quest, you can still find the quill if you come back there later. But I did that part, and I just trying to go on with the rest of the mod, which I find interesting. In short, we have to help restoring some part of the sixth house, but it's a very different sixth house faction, it seems, because it is more oriented to the art and some technical discover that they did. But anyway, let's see if we are able to go on. So in short, it is not the evil house that we are usually associating with the sixth house. It is more something artistic and related to various Daedric artifacts and so on. But the current quest is to go to Jobasha at Vivek and have him printing this catechism about the house Dagot doctrine. And so we must go there. But first I want to look at this catechism. I think, I don't remember how is it called. Well, this is another problem I have with mods that don't use the same name for things they add to your inventory and things that are written in the journal entry. And also that's because I have the mod by QQQBBB, which is hiding things that you did not read. And if you use the mod when your game is already well developed and you have found already a lot of things, it may be a little difficult to click everything again just to get an idea of
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor.
of what you already acquired. And as you can see, we are not far from Kagurun, which is the location about this house and the place that should this area should become, in theory, what is to be the new territory of the Sixth House. And so she's the one using the Faith for Quill, and she's having problem writing interesting things. But for now we need to go back to Vivek and give this book to be printed. And as Shiayu is very advanced with magic, I think that should be no problem going back there. But as we're here, let's take a look at the surroundings. As you can see, there is no more magic fence in the Red Mountain because we already stopped the blight. So it's also the climate is much better now that the blight is no more common here. And as you can see, I don't know where the door is going until I use it. Well, internal door, just simple door. But I think I already explored this one. Just it doesn't appear. As you can see, a brew until I use it. Then in theory the next one I should know what I am drinking. I'm not sure I agree completely with this part of the QQQBB mod hiding also potions, because in theory you should be able, if you have a high alchemy, know what you're doing, but maybe not. Maybe you have to drink it. Hello, Abdu Sharif. Yeah, one of the better things about doing the main quest is that you can appreciate much better the northern regions of Vanderfell, because there are really some nice views, especially if you have mods like the wood trees one. I really think those wood trees could be a little over the top for people who like things to be more lore correct, but I think they look really great in this kind of region, because they give this alien feeling that is what makes Morrowind great. Oh, the Gegiti here.
I will kill you over and over until there are none of you left.
But as you can see, we have still some ash storm every now and then. Just less frequent and no blight at all. And that's a good thing. These things are from Morrowind Advanced, I think, or MCA, I think Morrowind Advanced. And when you are low level, these enemies are really nasty because they can one-shot you. And they disappear when you kill them. Just this way. But let's see, I don't remember if this is the road to... Oh, and I ate also this one. These are from creatures, I think. Nasty little small. Hard to hit. Yeah, very fast. Oh, another Kaguti. And this is an entrance to some special... Oh, Koradur. Some special cavern. I don't remember really. The hangar, the small hangar, is a special one from the creatures mod, I think. Or the advanced, Morrowind advanced mod. I don't remember exactly. Probably from creatures. And I don't remember really well these dungeons. But I think maybe I need to make things a little darker. Old dungeons. How many times? I think I am in the day 180, but I'm playing usually about with a time scale about 8 or 9, so you can sort of multiply these days for free, because a normal game is about 30 as time scale. I think I like to see things moving slower, and also I had tweaked a little to make rising levels lower, because having a big wall to explore, I didn't want to explore it and gain level too fast. But I think I am, as you can see, I'm still under level 40, but I'm very powerful because I learn a lot of powers doing quests for a lot of mods, so I'm a member of a lot of factions, and some of these factions, when you reach the top, are giving you some very powerful enchantments and powers. So even if she's not a super high level, she's already very powerful, and usually I have no big problems going through the quest. But there are exceptions actually. For instance, one quest I remember which I did not do in this playthrough already is the one, for instance, to gain Yori Castle, and that one has an enemy which is probably the worst enemy you can find in a Morrowind mod, because it is nearly impossible to kill it. And I think that one is needs a very high level character if you don't want to cheat. Anyway, I wanted to explore a little interior because I'm trying to tweak the light level a little, and it's a little too bright. But I will do this next time I start the game. For now, I think I will just teleport to Vivek. I should have some way to do it. But yeah, this character is about playing since 180 days. So it's a good time. Well, I think I will try and recall to some teleportation hub. Or I could just teleport to my main teleportation hub, which is from the mod called the Serene Tower of Talbranora. And when you gain that Talvani Tower as your home, you also gain the use of a big teleportation hub. And from there it is easy to teleport to various main places. So it is one of the places I use most. And I changed the amulet, so if I sneak before using it, I teleport directly to the secure chamber, which is this teleportation hub. And from here you can go to the Mages Guild places, and to another new shop in Dragonfell. So you pretty much cover most of the important places in Dragonfell. And for instance, we could use the Guild of Mages in Vivek as our destination. Oh, let's drink something as we are here. No need. I hope to not crash because... Hello, good morning, 4. Nice to have you. I don't remember, but I had some crashes with the very latest version of MWSE because I think there's some feature that is conflicting. So I reverted back to a previous version, and it seems the crashes are no more happening, or at least are very rare. So we will see. There's been a really impressive number of new mods
I don't know where to begin.
released for MWSE Lua in this couple of weeks. There are some mods giving you new, incredible visual for the magic effects, like this one. I can use a detection spell, for instance. This one it's called Beggar's Nose. And magic effect is really impressive. This one is revealing all the doors, all the magic things, and all the keys. It's really great. I found a little conflict maybe in one of these mods. The icons for the ingredients, one of them was double the size, because I think the mod is using the icons to display the doors like this way, but one of some of these icons are also used in the tooltip for the ingredients or the magic effects, and so one of these was double the size. I think that thing could be changed in the mod. I changed it in my in the icons folder, and I have no more that conflict. So I think it's very easy to improve. Anyway, we are in Vivek and need to go to dear old Jobasha. Oh, and over there we can see some little... Oh, and I must say that the new version of the tower, the old ancient Dreamer tower over there with that sort of light, is much better now, because it's not so big, and we will see if it will be present in the new releases of Camera Revealed, but for now I think it's good enough. This way it is blending with the rest of the Dreamer ruins without being so visible, and I think it looks better this way. Anyway, let's go and try to reach Jobasha. I think we must go down. She has a name already? Oh, this is a collateral effect of how MCA mod, Morrowind Comes Alive mod, is making apparently thousands and thousands of different NPCs, but the reality is they are the same NPCs with different masks, random masks that look like a new face, but the reality is there are some hundreds of different NPCs. So chances are that you already met one of them with the same name, and this way, even if they have a different face, you already met the same NPC. And so the QQQBBB mod is thinking that you already met and talked with Shilit Drinit and talked with her. And this is the real thing, but she may have now a new face. So this is a very technical thing, but just to explain why the mod is not hiding the NPC name. Why this one is a node, because we met her for the first time. She's coming from some other mod. When you ask her background, we can see her name. And she's coming from some mod, I think the Morrowind Children mod. Anyway, I think the QQQBBB mod will be for sure in my new playthrough. When I start a new character, a new game, I will use the mod, because I think it's a great mod to have when you start a new game. It gives you that immersion about not knowing anything about people until you talk with them, or books until you read them, and that's really a great idea. Anyway, let's look for Jubash. I think it should be down, if I recall correctly. Maybe actually two down. I mean, the canal works. Let's see. Oh, and as you can see, after a couple seconds, the map is updating, hiding the doors that I did not touch after installing the mod. Oh, discover everything about oh, this is a very old quest, vanilla quest, about investigating about the death of the ordinator. Maybe this quest is probably expanded by one of the less generic NPCs mods. I don't remember very well.
I shared with Savine Iserian what I learned from Odnian Valius. She urged me to see Elam Andas immediately, and I am certain that it is the right thing to do.
So, to go with this quest, we must go talk
can help you tap your
to the
unlocked
ordinators.
potential,
But first we need to find the Jubasha's bookshop. Oh, well, we crashed without any advice. So I think I talked too soon about oh well, at least I have some error message. It's coming from the one of my mods. Adding something. Oh, let me check it. Let's see. We show you. So I have this. Luckily, I have an error line here. So I will open it. Let's see if I can understand the reason of the crash. It's a mod that is replacing the practice dummies on the fly to replace them with real walking them. But something is crashing while doing this thing. So let's see if we can understand the reason why. It crashed here. And I don't know. It is hard to understand. Probably adding a new object here. Anyway, I don't think I can fix this thing on the fly in a short time, so just let's try and restart it. I will see if we can keep on playing. But I feel that that's some kind of uh, compatibility or conflict with the latest version of MWSC Lua, at least with some very heavy setup like the one I'm using with a lot of mods, because I've heard that other people who are using a very heavily modded rolling stars like Danae and Nebersky that are streaming with this kind of very long loading list are also having some crashing problem lately, and hopefully this problem will be identified in a short time. But you know, when you have a lot of releases nearly every day, it happens that we have a new version of MWSLUA with new features and so on. It's also easy that you introduce also some incompatibility or some bug. So not really something out of the usual. it's sort of compromise. If you have a very new feature, often you have to to live with this kind of little problems, as you have to have few releases and less modded things developed in a short time, which is, I think, that the speed with which new things are developed is what made MWSE Lua this big improvement in standard Morrowind engine. So don't really want this thing to be slower. But every now and then it can be a little disappointing, because you are playing with a big modding list, you're playing with a lot of hours, and bam, you you are not able anymore to play because there's some crashing that was not there. And well, I think a good way to try and limit this kind of problem is to have some backups, so you can restore the previous version of LWSC and keep on playing with the old one. So in short, when you have your game that is working well, make a backup, especially of the MWSC Lua engine, because you never know when the next version will be crashing, because it's the nature of the software. It's a very it is updated very often, and so it is going to have some problem sooner or later. And if you have a backup, it's easier to keep on playing. Anyway, let's see if we are more lucky this time and can avoid crashing. Or it could be just simply a mod problem and not engine responsibility, because we all know that mods are not perfect. But I am little lost without the doors in this place. Where is my friend Jubasha? This way? Yeah. So we have food there. So it should be this way. Yeah. Oh, found him. Jubasha's rare books. I will save before, because I don't want to crash anymore. Here we are. The famous Jubasha's rare books. Let me check one thing. So this way it should look better. Jubasha, can you talk with us? Oh, he's a Khajiit because we must talk with him. May you welcome warm sun's narrowing. You hand the book over to him and explain what you
Jabasha has
want.
agreed to print the text out in 25 copies, for a 1000 gold, and if I allow him to keep 5 copies of the book for free. I should return to him when I have the money.
Okay, we need to find the money. Oh, and I think I may miss money because I don't have my special bag of holding here. I don't know if I have the money. Let me check. Maybe in other containers. Oh, I have 2000s. Okay, so I think I have the money. Narvering has gone, so Jobasha starts walking.
Jabasha has printed out the book, and gave me 20 copies. As we have agreed, he can keep 5 copies and sell them.
Okay, so he wanted some confirmation before starting the walk, but we have the book. 20 copy of Falling House. Oh, 21 because we had the original maybe. A Fallen House restored. Let's take a look at it. So I will not read everything because you know my English is not so good. Also I don't like to talk a lot when I read. And but in short, you have the story of this Mesat Shinirbai, which is this I think he's the son of Dagot Vori, which is our famous Dagotu, and being an outcast, not accepted by any of the Ashlander tribes, constantly sought a place in the world, traveled a lot, climbed the 7,000 steps of High Rokta, which is one of the standard quests in Skyrim. He visited Strauss Mackay and other places in all Tamriel. And there's a lot of story here. But the message is that this new 6 tiles will be about poets, sculptors, dancers, musicians, painters, and not looking for trouble, maybe to restore the ancient knowledge called tonal architectures, which was some dreamer technology that this mod is associating with the Nord tombs way of the voice. So maybe that's a little original concept, but I think that it is that kind of lore accommodation that it is still something believable. Anyway, we have the books, so in theory we can go back. They are teleporting with every call, I think. If I remember where to recall. Oh, here. Ashma, Disanus Camp, Mezat's Yurt. And as you've seen, I have the Malayan teleportation mod tweaked to have a limit about the number of marks you can use, but the number is pretty high now that Shiayu is very advanced in level, so I think I have about 20 teleportation points available. It depends on your magic skills, essentially. So we must talk about work.
I reported my success to Dagoth Morin. He told me that he has new tasks for me now.
Oh, and we have further work to do. I want to start recruiting people for House Dagoth.
My Sat Shinir Bale wants me to recruit an artist into this new House Dagoth. He recommended to seek out Crassius Curio, a Hlala counselor, who is a patron of artists.
We must visit our old friend Crassius Curio, which is in reality the patron of artists in one of us. So, as you can see, this mod is sort of very lore correct, because it is using and referring to famous people in Wonderful and make you interact with them again in different ways, but a pity that we must go back to Vivek now. We just visited, and this is one of the things that maybe quests should avoid. Make the main characters go to a place and then go back and then go back to the same place. I think that's not something you can enjoy a lot. Anyway, let's do it. I think this is something that is sort of joke for the mod autos, making you go to be back, then to go back, then to be back again for different things. Sort of joke. Anyway, let's go there. We know how to do it, but we will do a different way. So, for instance, this time we will use another teleportation hub on the mod Van Ninja. We recall the star of staying below decks, which is a magic. an old boat which is now in fuel, I think. That has been adapted by the previous master of the place, a mage called Varninja, to have these teleportation doors in various places. And this is probably the place where we want to go, the Ebon Heart Lighthouse. As a quest to find these places, to unlock them and to gain access to the teleportation hub, but I wanted to show you the view, which is great. We are in this lighthouse near Vivek, and we can see Old Hebron Heart and other places, and also the famous Dwemer Tower. As you can see, there is now half submerged and it looks better this way. Anyway, let's go to Vivek. This thing. A killer wasp from the creatures mod, probably. Yeah. And we need to go to Crisis. Oh no, I don't want to Crisis Curio. And I think we need to go to the Laluk Canton. It should be out there.
Care to see the sights? Where can I take you?
I don't remember where... Oh, we can go directly to the Laluk compound, so that's a good trip. She is really jumping high, but she has also a very high acrobatics, I think. I don't know why the skills are not sorted alphabetically in this list, but it could be convenient. Maybe we could do some mod to do this, because I think the attributes are a few, so they are not bad in the original order of display, but the skills are many, so maybe sorting them alphabetically would make things easier to find. Anyway, as you can see, acrobatics is very high. You have also a lot of modifiers. Marring. Too many, maybe? There must be some mistake here. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason these effects were stacking. Don't think it's correct. Probably this thing can be solved equipping again the ring. Oh, I have a couple of them? That's strange. Maybe that could be the problem. If you have two of the same with constant enchantment, when you remove the ring, the enchantment is not correctly removed. Could be the reason why. So I think I will drop one when we are out of water, actually. I don't think I should have two of them. And Xiaoyu is drinking some water while traveling with the scenic gondola. We should be almost arrived to the Lalu canton. This one. Oh. Have orcas jumping over there. Added from water life mode, obviously.
Wealth.
Let's see if they are still there. No. Went away. Anyway, we are here in the Lalu canton.
This land suits you. We welcome you freely.
And there's a little problem with this animation. in that when the NPC is trying to talk with you and face you for a split second, the animation is reset and you don't see him sitting anymore, but that's just a small glitch. And I think I added to the standard scripting by Akimaestro Antares is that you can now give arms for the poor and gain a small good magic effect. Oh, I cannot do it this way. Oh, I cannot. I must talk with him. I don't remember very well. I must choose an option here. Arms for the poor, and donate something. The more you donate, the more chances you have to have some good magic effect.
If you insist.
But she is reflecting also the good effect because she has a lot of magic resistance. But it's like in standard Oblivion and Skyrim. I think you get some good. No, I must go up. Some good temporary magic effect if you are generous and give alms to the poor. Look at this. And this is our open cantons, Lalo cantons in Vivek. And we must find Curious Manor. We don't really know because the mod is hiding. But I think that's the right one. And I must say that I use this mod as open Cantons Vivek. There are about 3 or 4 different mods doing something like this, opening some Vivek cantons. This is the one I prefer because it is not moving things around a lot like, for instance, the Pirate Lord one, and it's almost compatible with anything, almost anything. And all in all, it's not really very frame rate heavy, so I just like this one, which is called Vivek Open Cantons. Anyway, I think you must find the right one. Okay, let's write this. Oh, bingo! Here is our friend Crassus. As you can see, we have also a good, nice. This is from another mod. Adding, very nice. Artists in Vandenfell. What do you want, my pudding? You want old Uncle Crassus to join House Dagoth? You are surely jesting with me. I really was Rayman fan guy is is writing about emptying the recycling bin. We all need to do it every now and then. And in Vanderfell, when you look for crates, usually you find useful things at low level. Okay, but Uncle Crassus is not really happy about joining these new factions and going living in the middle of the Ashlands. You shouldn't hang out there either, Dumpling. It ruins your precious skin. But there is a woman named Nalami Valet who is outside the canton probably right now looking for a job. She came here with a nonsense book of hers, which I of course refuse to support. She may be happy to go there. Thank you for your help, Master Curio. Oh, you don't need to thank it, Dumpling. Always happy to help you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to finish this
Crassius Curio
painting.
found the idea of joining House Dagoth ridiculous, but he recommended to seek out the commoner named Nalamai Velith, who considers herself an author. She lives here, in the Hlalo Canton. At this time of the day, she is most likely outside, looking for a job.
Outside of the Hlalo Canton looking for a job. So, we could have some kind of incompatibility here because she's outside of the canton. So hopefully she will be in a compatible place with the mod. We will see. We must look for a diamond woman, so you are not a woman. Outside of the Hlalo Canton.
Knight of the Imperial Dragon.
So probably added by MCA. And we must look for a woman. Let's go this way, so we can explore all the level. A woman? Oh no, just long hair. Let's go down. Let's see. We have a children's. No, you're not a woman, you are a child.
You seek information, Breton?
You are a promising dark elf woman. What did that pig curious say? That my book is nonsense? He's probably only angry because I rejected his advances.
Nalamai Velith was more than happy to give House Dagoth a chance, and she set out to their camp immediately. She gave me a copy of her book whose publication Crassius Curio has refused to support financially.
Okay, so she's joining House Dagoth. a house of real artists, not like Uncle Precious. And we have a new book, Yuli's Sisters. Oh, also a skill book. This novel is about the sister of an Ashlander named Yuli Zamsi. It depicts one day of her life in the city of Balmora. Several things happen to her during the story, such as being attacked by a Kimono Town member who perceives her an Outlander, or being cheated on by her husband. You don't really understand most of the text, but you feel that it is a significant work of literature. Oh, sorry, literature. This is a hard to say word for my Italian Italian like English. Or maybe just a joke, and the author laughs at you for trying to make sense of it. And I think I'm sure about one of the jokes of the one of the mod authors, the one who wrote most of the dialogue, I think. It's probably Gavrilo and Kairis, maybe, but they are sort of referring to some famous books. In this short story, there was a part in the previous quest where you had a story that was very similar to Cinderella and things like this. Adapt to the wonderful way of life naturally, but it was very similar. So she had some glasses, glasses like shoes, and but it didn't. The end was different. But you can play the mod and see the quest. Just to remember that if you are not able to find a hint about the place where the faithful Can Quill is, I will give you this spoiler, because the mod is not telling you anything about it, and it's really hard to find it by chance. You must look in Dagonfell, the tower of the Necromancer, the same place where you can find the Clavicus, Vial, Face, Helmet. Now, you should also find the Quill. Problem is, the Quill is in the NPC inventory, so if you already killed him, I'm not sure the mod will work, but this is how the mod is at this time. I think it's easy to fix a little better the quest, or just use the console to get the Quill. If you take a look at it in the construction set, it's easy to find it, but it would be better if the auto just could add some hint about how to find this thing, because it is one of the first quests, so if you don't do that quest, you are sort of stopped in your progress in the mod. Okay, but now we have the book, so let's go and see what happens. So let's teleport there. I think I need to recall, so go here, look for the spell, cast the spell. Oh, we have the lady here already. Thank you for recruiting this young artist into our family. As you can see, she has already
My
arrived.
Sat Shinir Bale thanked me for making House Dagoth grow with a new member.
I really like her writings, although I think that I will need to spend weeks on some of them to grasp their full meaning. However, I don't have time for that now. I have an ancient house to rebuild. Are you ready to work for that purpose again? Yeah, we are ready, but... Okay, so... And now we... Well, let's
Don't
talk
go
with
live
her.
the happy hours.
She has nothing to say. Maybe a little advice. Nothing related to the mod, probably. Well, at least we know her name now. So, Mr. Daggett Child. Or we can talk about work. Narrowing. Here are some copies of the book that Jobasha has printed out. Our new member Nalami has informed me.
My Sat Shinir Bale has asked me to distribute the Catechism of House Dagoth among the booksellers of Vardenfell so that it would be available at places outside our camp and Jobasha's store. I should visit Dorisa Darvel in Balmora, Codis Colonus in Aldrune, and Simene Ferlini in the foreign quarter of Vivek and offer some copies to them.
Ah,
Some of these
Vivek
merchants
again.
would not be happy to sell House Dagoth literature, so I should bring any copies back to my sat that I won't be able to give away.
Okay, so this time we must distribute the books. The narrating can do a lot of things. Kill monsters, save worlds, and give books around. Oh, Cadus Colonus in Adrum, Balmora, and... Okay, so... Well, not hard to reach because we have Mage's Guild, teleportation, and... Not hard to reach. I think I will start from Vivek, because we already been there a lot of times, so... This time... we could try and use another different teleportation hub from the mod called Heavish. There's a quest for the Mages Guild there, where you have to help reconstructing teleportation from Heavish and Vanderfell, and in doing so you gain free transport for that new hub. So you have new destination you can reach from the Mages Guild, and also you can do it for free. And we will try and use this teleportation network. So I think I have set a recall for Heavish. In the Thieves Guild here, but we are mostly interested in the Mages Guild. Oh, and if you never played Heavish, I really suggest it, because it's one of the greatest mods from the old Morrowind modding era. And it is still one of the best mods made, I think. So we take this tunnel, joining the Secret Thieves Guild with this exit from one of the wells, and discover it by exploring Havish, and we can exit from here. And we are in one of the main places in Havish. Oh, I did one thing. I tried. I was using a version of Havish, adding all these giant trees. I made them a little smaller. They are not really super pretty because the textures is not so good, but they are very old. So maybe they could be replaced with some more modern trees. But all in all, they are still nice. And we must reach the Mage's Guild. Over there we can see the coast of the western Tamir rebuilt coast. And we are looking for the Mage's Guild. That should be easy to find because that's a big high, which is the symbol of the guild. And here is our transportation network.
Go ahead. I'm all ears.
And this mod had a sort of top-notch scripting teleportation for the time and also for nowadays, because using just standard scripting we have a teleportation system that is able to teleport the player and the companions without problems. And it is working by enabling and disabling different doors to destination, but let's see how it works. We ask for teleportation. And travel, and we have the list of destination. We can choose one, like for instance I will choose Vivek, but as you can see there are also other new destinations. I press the 5 key so I can choose option 5 to Vivek. And when I choose my option, the door is set up to teleport to the proper place. So when you activate it, you are teleported to Vivek in this case. So that mod is not only great for quests and for the new landmass and things like this, but also because it is adding this new kind of teleportation hub that is very useful for you, especially when you start a game and you have not a lot of ways to teleport around. And we're back to the Foreign Quarter Plaza. A lot of people here. Byrama Pangai. Yeah, go and play a little Morrowind. If you look for some mod idea, there should be a link to my current loading list as a comment in the videos in the YouTube channel, and maybe you can find something interesting there.
Yes, Outlet.
Okay, so
What do you want?
our destination is Simin Frelini. I think he has a bookshop, if I recall correctly, that is a little hidden because it's mostly just to hide the Thieves Guild. So we must go down. Wooden dog. Oh, let me check those rings before I forget. It was Namira's ring. Wait, where is it? Something fishy here? I cannot see the ring anymore. And our acrobatics... Oh, Marara ring, sorry. Okay, Marara rings. We have two of them, so let's try this thing. I will get one. Oh, not this way. Okay, this way. I will keep one and use one. Try to equip and unequip and see if we are able to reset correctly the acrobatics. As it could be some glitch while installing and removing mods not updating correctly. It is still there, so let's try a different thing. We will remove this one and use this one. Enable, let's see. No, Uh, it is still there. So I think to fix this thing, you must use the console, actually. But I need to know the right name of the enchantment and try and remove it with the right command. So not something I want to do now, but it is surely some glitch. About having two rings, maybe some mod conflicts, or enabling, disabling a mod, but for now I will just remove one of them and try and delete it this way. And then we set delete. Okay, so should be gone for good. And it was fine. Our bookshop. Ooh, not this way. Oh, J. Russia. A healer. But we must find a bookshop. Oh, here it is. You cannot see yet in the door, but we have the sign. Hello, you must be the librarian.
Simon Ferlini gladly took 10 copies, since he has heard that Jabasha is also selling it. He wants to gain the upper hand in their rivalry as booksellers.
Okay, so he's happy about having these new books. Oh, as we are here, we could also take a look at how the guild is going, because we are the guild master, also the Thieves Guild, but just out of curiosity.
She's a hard woman, all right. Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Hello. Long time no see. But I think this jokes about. These are all old quests. And we have Crazy Legs. Oh, someone else here? It's a new. Crazy Legs is this Dunmer. Yeah. And there are new stories added by some less generic NPCs mods, but we are not here for jobs for the Thieves Guild, because we are already the Master Thief, and so I think it's time to look for other booksellers, which are the Wizard Owl in Balmora and Cordus Canonus in Adrum. So, well, let's use some faster way, like the Serene Tower. So we can also drop. Oh, and we crashed the game. So this is something still causing some problem with teleportation, changing cells every now and then. Maybe it could be some memory problem, too much memory used, but it's not something happening often. I feel it is some still undiscovered and still to fix problem with MWSC your latest changes, but it could be also a mod, it could be also another problem. So we'll see if I'm able to actually finish the book's quest. I think to crash you need to change several cells, so it should not crash immediately again, hopefully. But I don't think it is related to a precise destination, because it happens with different destinations and never at the same time. So if you reload, usually you are able to teleport several times with no problems, and then you crash after a while. So it could be some kind of memory leak or things like this. It's hard to find this kind of problems because you don't have the same case test that you can repeat. So it's a little hard to solve them. Okay, we are back to the foreign quarter canal works, and I don't think we are ready. Got the book. Okay, let's see. Talk with him. Oh, no, I don't want J Russia, I want This is another shop. This one. Talk with him. Okay, gave the book.
Simon Ferlini gladly took 10 copies, since he has heard that Jabisha is also selling it. He wants to gain the upper hand in their rivalry as booksellers.
So let's try directly the sell. And from here we can reach Balmora or Alderroom. So here in Alderroom we must talk with Godus Calernus.
My pleasure, madam. Truly.
And we can see the Realm Mountain really well, because look at this, it's a wonderful day. Things are visible from afar. And children are playing. This big Talvani arch is a magic teleporter from the Rise of House Talvani mod. I don't remember if I can enable there must be a special magic. I don't remember that I can use. Something about portals. But I don't really remember the right spell I must use to show you. But there's a portal you can enable here. Oh, let me check this thing. Oh, the light is not bad here. Maybe a little still, a little bright. Let me see. This one. Okay, so the light... Oh, here it is. And from the children mod you have also, I think, a lot of nice little cats you can adopt here. Here we are. Tommy. They can follow.
I am honored. Take your time browsing through my selections.
I'm not here for the cats, I'm here for the books.
Codus Colonus has refused to take any copies of the book.
Oh.
As an outlander, and as someone who lives in Redoran territory, he is offended by its contents.
Okay, so he's not really happy about it. We can adopt a cat, maybe? She's downstairs. Oh, here she is, little Snow White. But if we adopt a cat now, we must take the cat to our house, which is not something I want to do now. So let's keep on playing the quest and go to Balmora. Yeah, there is a double. Time to eat something. As we are here, we can just buy some ingredients. Why can't I see? Oh, this way. Okay, so I will buy some heather. And then look for our teleportation. Oh, I could just use the secret room cited by the Sharing Tower mod, but as we are here, I think she is the right one. Oh, yes, she is. We can travel to Balmora.
Well, I find myself in pleasant company. Please share
Hello,
your thoughts.
Mezzolini. How are you?
Warm greetings, Outlander. Care to peruse my spell?
Guards defending the city from some nasty insect, I think, creatures added from the creature mod. Oh, the shops are closed, too late. So we need to wait for next morning or to enter. But if we enter, I'm not sure they will want to talk about books. We can risk it. Let's save and see what happens. Yeah, Sherry Roston, I assume that this is important for you to be visiting me at this hour. Well, it could be important, but I don't think it will work because her greeting are not working, and so she's not getting our books. So this is one of the secondary effects about making your your mod work with the quests centered on greeting code, because if another mod, or in this case a scheduling mod which is closing the shops at a certain time, is interfering with your greeting, your mod will not work anymore, your quest. So a safer way is always to use instead a topic for the quest to progress. But sometimes it is easier to use the greeting, it is faster, and also even topics are not 100% safe, because in some cases they may be disabled by other topics overwriting them, so it is not 100% safe. But usually topics works better, especially if you pay attention to give the topics also using scripting command like add topic and your topic. This way it works 99%. So close, I will close parentheses, close brackets about technical notes, but for now we cannot really do the quest because the greetings is intercepted by the one which is telling us it's late, so we must wait for the next morning. And so I think I will stop here for now, but I'm happy that we can knock knock a mod by Alchemist and Tars and enter in the guild, because we are guild members and we can enter even if it's late. 7 PM they all go eating something. Now we could do the same. Or do something else, but for now I think I will just stop here. Thanks for watching, the few of us who enjoyed this playing, and hopefully we will see soon.